Hello, children. So, today we are going to talk about one of the chapters, which is chapter number 6 of NCRT, which is like the latest NCRT, but the book is not yet in the market or anywhere. We have only the detailed syllabus according to which this topic we have to learn in class 9th. So, democracy, if we talk about the subtopics, what we are going to learn in this chapter is going to remain the meaning, features, types of democracy, then the roots of democracy in India. Then we have to talk about the challenges which we face in India due to like when we are implementing democracy and we are into democracy, what challenges we face. Then we have democracy in the world, wherever we are seeing it, and how is the condition we'll be talking about. And this is going to be remaining the first part of the chapter. So let's begin. So, as you can see, the word democracy has Greek origin. Okay, and there are two words from which this word has been formed. One is demos, which means people, and other is kratos, which means rule. So overall, if we see democracy, it means rule by the people. And 500 BC, in that time period, Athens, a place there, used to implement democracy or used to have this system of government in their city. So we can understand the definition this way, that in a democratic country, people elect their representatives through elections, and these representatives make laws and run the government for the people who are electing them. And in the similar way, one more definition was given by one of the famous American presidents, that was Abraham Lincoln. So, he told that democracy is a form of government by the people, of the people, and for the people. So we will understand it this way, that democracy is a form of government in which rulers are elected by the people. It means when we say of the people, it means the people who are going to contest election, who are going to be the government, they will be amongst the citizen of that country. Also, if we talk about by the people, it says that the people who are electing those contestants, out of those contestants, their representatives, they will also be of the same country. So whoever is going to elect the government amongst the people, they will also be the people of that country, and for whom they are doing all this. So they are making this government for the people's welfare of the same country. So this is how we can understand democracy in a very easy manner. And democracy is not just a government form, but in a broader understanding, if you see, this denotes freedom and this denotes equality. So there are certain features of democracy which we will try to understand. I will talk about the broader meaning as well, but right now we have to first understand what are the different features of democracy. I hope you understand feature means some characteristics which defines that particular thing, or which are the uh, identification of that particular concept. So here, if we talk about democracy, it has certain important characteristics. First, we start with government chosen by the people. So, as we have seen in the democracy's definition, that the government is chosen by the people. So, citizens have the right to choose their leaders or representatives through regular elections. So, if I take example of India, here election takes place after every 5 years, and not only for the central government but for the state government and local government as well. So, election should be free and fair. When the election is the process through which we have to choose our representatives, it should be free and fair. In many countries which claim that they are democratic, they don't have the free and fair election, which allows many parties to participate, which gives freedom to people to choose from those parties. It does not exist over there. But in India, if we talk about, we have so many political parties. Amongst them, we have to select one, and it's completely the people's decision what they want to choose. And every adult citizen has the right to vote. If we talk about a democratic system, there people will have the voting right. And in the beginning, it also was the same, that people were having the voting rights, but it was different from today. Because today, when we talk about India, we should feel proud that after independence, just after independence, our country was the one which had given the voting rights to every individual who were on a at a specific age. And let me tell you, when I say universal adult franchise, today the age is 18, but was it always 18? No, it was not. You need to tell me in the comment that what was the age for the voting in India when the voting rights were given. And it is mentioned in our constitution. So it is very much evident that everybody has to follow it. So India conducts election after every 5 years to elect members of the parliament and state representatives. When I say state representatives, I am easily able to recall the recent election and its decisions, its result, where there were four states where election took place, and result came which was declared by Election Commission of India. Exactly. So Election Commission of India is the body, is the constitutional body which allows, or don't, it does not allow, but it conducts election, it manages election in our country, from defining the constitution constituencies to making voter list, declaring result, giving the dates, or telling the model code of conduct. Everything is done by the Election Commission of India. So that's why we can say election is free and fair in India, but it's on paper. If we talk about reality, it is different. And if I say it is different and you understand, so it means you know, you update yourself with the news every day. And when I say it is on the paper and not in reality, it becomes a challenge for the country, which we will be talking about in the second part of this video. Okay, second feature, or we can say the characteristics of democracy, is universal adult franchise. We all know that universal means to all, which is for everyone. And when we talk about adult, the age is 18 years and above. Franchise is the voting right. So it says that every adult citizen has the right to vote, irrespective of caste, religion, gender, language, or wealth. And when I talk about this condition, it is again given in the Constitution as a political right. But in which article? You need to find out. I hope you know that there are so many articles, more than 400 articles are there in the Constitution. And in one of them, it is mentioned that every citizen has the right to vote if they are 18 and above in India. So this is what. And now why this universal adult franchise is important for us, significant to us? It is significant because it ensures equality among citizens. Now, when I talk about equality, you should understand our country, our people, before independence, struggled a lot, faced a lot of discrimination, although they are facing still, but it has been reduced to an extent with the help of Constitution. And Constitution given equal right of voting to everyone regardless of their caste, religion, gender, language, or wealth. If you see the real picture, if you go to some polling booth, you must have not gone, but you must have seen it in the news or newspaper if you follow. That people, all of them, whether they are celebrities, whether they are ministers, everyone stand in the line and vote. Okay, so they all are equal when we talk about a democratic system. When we talk about the voting rights, everybody has the equal right. Everybody's vote has equal value. It's not that if president is giving vote, it will be of value 1, and if a common person is giving vote, it will be half of the value. It's not like that. So it ensures equality among citizens, gives everyone a chance to participate in the government. Do you know, when India got independent, there were only 14%, 14% people literate. And if we talk about women, it was just 8% literacy rate. But our leaders decided that we will be giving voting rights to everyone. And the reason is that we wanted all those people to feel respect in the society who has participated in the struggle of the independence. So that's why this voting right was given to everybody, and it was a great, we can say, decision taken by our leaders at that time. A rule of law. Now we talk about rule of law. Rule of law means when there is no person making rules, or there is no one who's going to change the rules according to them, but there is a set of rule, like we have the constitution, Indian constitution, and we all have to follow the constitution. Everyone is equal in front of law. Why? Because the law is written equally for all of us in the constitution. It gives every citizen certain fundamental rights, and because of that, we all are protected. We are living a life uh, which makes us respectful in the society, which maintains our dignity. No person is above the law. If a minister commits a crime, legal action can be taken against them. It happens. If you follow the news, as I always say, because these things you will only understand if you will follow the things which are happening every day in the country, in the world, you will understand it easy, because this is to make you understand the real life political activities which are happening. So you need to find out where are such instances where these people are, like the ministers or some celebrities, have been taken to jail, and they have been given punishment. Okay, so but this is a different case again. If I say they into jail, they get the VIP treatment, that is again a part of, you can say, corruption or the challenges to democracy, as I'm saying from the beginning. Then we have protection of rights. So if you are living in a democratic country, you will be having certain fundamental rights, certain rights like right to education, right to freedom of speech and expression, right to freedom, right to equality. Such rights will be given to everybody. Now, what will you do with these rights? These rights will make your life respectful. These rights will make you feel equal, important in the country. So these rights are given under fundamental rights or certain other rights. These are given to the citizens. They can express their opinion, criticize the government peacefully, which makes the government more alert, more sincere, or accountable, you can say. Then we talk about the accountability, the next step, accountability of the government. Okay, so when we talk about a democratic government, their government will be more accountable. Why? Because you have chosen the government, right? You have all the rights to change the government through elections, which happens after every 5 years. So they have to be answerable. They have to be accountable of whatever they are taking as decisions for the country, for the people. So here questions can be asked from the government by the citizens about their decisions. Elections also allow people to remove an unpopular government which is not doing the work as it has to be done. So this is how we can understand the uh, accountability of the government, that they will be answerable because we have chosen them and we can change them anytime. Okay, now next is decision making through discussion. This is again a very good thing about democracy, that decisions are not taken by one person, but there will be involvement of many. There will be many brains working to find out the solution. There will be debate happening, discussions happen, and then they take a better and balanced decision. So it is a very good part of democracy. Okay, and different viewpoints will be considered. It happened when the constitution was being made. The constituent assembly used to do such arguments every day to include and to not to include the provisions which today we have in the constitution. So yes, it is very important. Now, we will be talking about these were the features, and I hope you have understood all the features. Now, we'll be talking about the types of democracy. Uh, Usually, there should be only one type where the people all are sitting together, they are taking decisions, they are thinking of their country, they are talking about their problems and solving it. But if you see today, it's not possible. Why? Because every country has a huge population. And if we talk about India, it is the most populous country. So, why it is not possible? Because of its huge size, huge population, we cannot sit together. It's not possible. So, we have chosen to divide democracy into two types. One is direct democracy, other is indirect or representative democracy. Direct democracy is where citizens directly participate in decision making. And people vote on laws and policies themselves. But and it used to happen in ancient Greece, some parts of Switzerland, it still happens. And if we talk about India, where we don't, I mean, I don't think so you understand or you know that democracy's root was always there. You know, people used to make decisions on their own, sitting together, taking decisions. It still happens in the families. We sit together, we take decisions, and then those decisions are applied. So it used to happen, and it was always possible in the small area with small population. Even today in the villages, the panchayats work in that way only. Gram Sabha sits, people talk about the problems, they find out the solution, they talk about the solution, and then they apply it. So this is, it happens. Direct democracy is still there. Okay, here advantage, what if you want to know the advantages? So what is the advantage? That people will direct participate in every decision making process, and then there will be greater transparency. Whatever decision is taken, everybody will be knowing why it was taken, because there will be a lot of discussion and everybody was present there. If we talk about disadvantage, so we know in practicality it's not possible to make everyone sit every day and take decisions, because we have all other work to do. Difficult in large countries with huge population. We have huge population, and this huge population cannot sit together in a hall. It's impossible. It's time consuming because every day they have to sit, but it's not possible because we have other works also to do, right, to survive. So that's why the second option comes, which is democratic, this representative democracy. This representative democracy allows people to elect their representatives, like the one who can take decisions on your behalf when you are not there, when you are busy in some other work. They can take decisions on your behalf, who can think of you and your welfare. Representatives make laws and decisions. Is, if you know, in parliament or in legislative assemblies, many MLAs and MPs who you have given vote and chosen them, not you, but the adult of the country have selected. So they take decisions on behalf of them. They fight, they argue, they debate, and then they reach to the better the decisions. So if you talk about which countries have such representative democracy, it's India, USA, Canada, and many such countries. If we talk about the advantages or profit or benefit of having such representative democracy, you can understand that it is suitable for large countries where everybody cannot sit together and take decisions. it can happen. Their representatives can sit and take decisions on behalf of them, and it will lead to efficient administration also. And when we talk about disadvantage or demerit of this particular type of the government, that is representative democracy, here representatives may not fulfill your promises. Not every representative will be thinking of you, because as we all know, everybody is not having all the values which we should have today. Everybody should have at least honesty and truthfulness. These are the two values we should always try to apply in life. Okay, imbibe. Corruption may occur. As I said, lack of values, then there will be corruption for sure. So all these problems can occur. Now, if I talk about Indian roots of democracy, like where you have seen democracy in India, we always talked about the Western countries. We always talked about France. We always talked about America and other countries. Why not India? See, this is the beauty of this NCRT changed, updated syllabus, that you are going to learn about your country. You would get to know more about your country, and you will feel proud about all that. And you will be inspired to do such things again, to make your country a great one again. India has a long democratic tradition that existed even before independence, even in ancient time. There were sabhas and samitis. Sabhas, which were the common people assembly, and samitis were the assembly of the ministers and the rulers. Okay, they together used to take decision, and it is written in the Vedic literature of yours. So you know that Vedic literatures are written 1500 years ago, right? Not 1500 years ago, but yes, in around this time period only. So you can understand. Then we talk about Ganasangha. I am not sure about that 1500 years ago. It's not that time period. It's 1500 BCE. So we have to just check once, because yes, Vedic literature was from that time period. Then we talk about Gana and Sangha. Gana and Sangha, if we talk, here we can see that if you talk about Gautam Buddha's time period, they belong to some Gana and Sangha. And there they used to take decisions collectively. Okay, ancient republics these were, and they used to take decisions when we talk about Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. There it used to happen Anga, you know, and Magadha in that time period. Gana Sangha's condition, I mean the this thing was there, provision of this Gana and Sangha. And rulers were selected through discussion and collective decision making. Okay, then we come to village panchayat. As I said today also on and way before, people used to sit below a people tree or some tree like that, and they used to talk about the problem of the country, not country, sorry, the villages, and they used to solve those problems with the local solutions. So it used to happen every time, and now we have gram panchayat, so it is officially added as the third level of the government. Elders participated in resolving disputes and administration. Now it is Sarpanch who is the elected one. So, with this, I would like to finish my explanation of this part. I hope you have understood everything well. And give me your reviews. Tell me, ask your questions to me directly whenever you can do it in the comment section. And thank you so much for listening.